everybody, and welcome to another strategies, tactics, and boosts for F1 class. It's the Japanese GP. We finally got update 31, and yes, there are some changes for the better in in our gameplay. We have faster pit exits, uh, better pit lanes, less traffic. It's it's improved. It's improved. Getting in and out in the pit for a pit stop is not as bad, let's say, as it was. It's much better. We have some changes in tire lives. We have a lot of things changed for the better for in this update. But as you will see, mainly for the tracks that we have in this uh, GP, in the Japanese GP, in the seven tracks we are going to race this weekend. We don't have significant changes, so it's safe to say that these tracks weren't affected by the update, weren't affected so much, but it's about to be proven in the next couple of days. We're going to see it. You're going to see it live in my streams. So, first of all, let's see the tracks we are racing. So, we have Suzuka. Major change here, the pit exit. Finally, it's fast. You are exiting the pits and it's you're not losing any time, and this might change the selection of the strategies. We will talk about it. So we have Suzuka, Mexico, Barcelona, Zandvoort, Sao Paulo, Austin, Sakir Desert in Bahrain, and again Suzuka. Three races with possibilities of rain: Mexico, Barcelona, and Suzuka, as you can see it, and only one race where we see in Bahrain the temperature going above 30 degrees. It's 33. We should be careful with our tire selection if it's above 30. Softs, if you have great tire management, okay, maybe they will go 3 laps, but if it's somewhere in the middle, in the 80, 82, 85 and lower, maybe mediums will be needed. We'll see about it. Okay, so let's go and start and see our tracks. Of course, we have seen Japan in the qualifying, in our qualifying round, but now, okay, give me one moment here to, sorry, go and bring my, yeah, again, I forgot it. So, Japan. We have talked about it in the qualifying round, but now, after the update and after the much better pit exits that we have in Japan, maybe two pit stops is not such a bad idea. Maybe even a better idea than one pit stop when you start in the middle or at the top of the grid. We'll see about it. So if you are at the back, wherever you are in the grid, 4-3, 3-4, hard, medium, medium, hard, if you don't have if you have a medium to bad tire management. Now, if you have good tire management for free, medium for me is uh, my first choice for one of my two drivers, and then for my second driver it's either 2 2 3 soft medium, or 3 4 soft medium, one pit stop. As I said before, this needs very high tire management stats to do it. But now, after the upgrade, with the pit exit being so fast, maybe I'm back again to 2 2 3 soft medium. Okay, now, if it rains, it's not in the first race. Possibilities of rain, chances of rain are in our 8th race, but we'll see it now. So if it rains, 3 4, if you are wherever you are in the grid, back, middle, or top, and 4 3 only if you are at the top of the grid. The bots are going to pit in lap 4. Let's avoid, as I always say, we do the undercut when it rains, and it works perfect in every track. Our next track is Mexico City. More or less nothing changed here. When we are in the back or in the middle of the grid, 5 3 medium soft. If we cannot support mediums, then hard soft. I want to remind you here that when I'm proposing, when I say okay, medium soft, if your drivers cannot support these compounds and you need you can't go 5 laps with mediums, always choose a harder compound to do it. Adjust, the strategy remains the same, we adjust only the compounds. Now, of course, 4 4 soft medium or medium, of course, if we can't do if we can go 4 laps with softs, and 3 5 soft medium. Now, this strategy, soft medium, but 3 5, and okay, give me 1 second, are the two strategies I like to choose, mainly if I'm beginning in the middle or at the top of the grid, because we start with softs. This means that we give the fastest compound in to our drivers for the first lap, for the race start, and then we decide, depending after the end of lap 1, we decide if we go 3 5 or 4 4, both of them 4 4, or 1 4 4 and the other 3 5. So these two are my first choices. Start with softs, both of them, and then decide what to do later. Of course, my first choice here when you start at the top are combo boosts, Merlion and Tunin. Else, the I believe at the moment, this is one thing we have to test again, is how much update 31 affected the cornering stat. If it's still if it has the same value, or maybe we have to adjust and look at other stats too, like speed or power unit. We will see it. The following days are going to be lots of running and testing to see if we have differences in the game. At the moment, we stick to what we know, and we know that it works. Now, if it rains 4-4 wherever we are, bots are going to pit in lap 5. So yep, 4-4. Okay, this is my mistake. It's not if you are at the top, forget it. This is if you are at the back and the middle or at the top, everywhere. But when you want to undercut, 4-4, the best choice. 3-5 if you're afraid of stacking your two drivers. And of course, if you are at the top of the grid, then 5-3, you can pit with the bots because we are pitting first and getting the hell out of there first. Barcelona. Barcelona is like other tracks like Mexico and Hungary, but it's tire consuming. So as you can see, in Mexico it was 5-3 medium soft. Here it's hard soft and non-negotiable. It's hard soft. Soft hard, of course, if you want to do something like, as we call it, the undercut. The best choice, of course, and the safest, 4-4 mediums. No softs here. We can't go 4 laps with softs in Barcelona, so it's 4-4 mediums. And of course, in the middle or at the top of the grid, my favorite 3-3-2. Maybe this one is a second faster in 8 laps than 2 pit stops, but still they are extremely fast, both strategies, so you can work with them. One driver 4-4 and your top driver can do 2 pit stops. Again here, combo boosts if you are at the top, cornering with race start boosts if you are a little bit further behind in the grid and you want to secure a better race start. Now, yeah, if it were, we have rain here. Yes, we have rain. So if it rains, bots will probably. Here we are not so sure where bots are going to pit. Maybe in they will go 4-4. Maybe they will go 5-3. Probably they can do 5-3. I'm going to be honest. I haven't raced with rain in Barcelona ever. So many races, thousands of races, and no rain in Barcelona ever. So when we learn when the bots pit, we adjust our strategy and pit one lap before. Now, someone will go and say, okay, and what happens if they pit lap 4? Are we pitting lap 3? Probably yes. We said 5 with hard. Yes, they are going to pit. They are going to pit lap 5, I believe. 90%. They are going to pit in lap 5. So 4-4, both our drivers. Top driver, if we are P1, P2, P3, yes, he can go 5-3. Okay, Zandvoort, Netherlands. I believe this is an easy one. 4-3. Oops, sorry. And 3-4. That's it. Nothing changed. Now, let's say a few things. Many of you ask me when to charge here, where to find spots to charge our ERS, and when to push. So, after after turn 14. This means uh, um, in front of the pit lane, the big straight, we recharge, we conserve and recharge our ERS. Then we go again on yellow or maybe push a little bit, and then after turn 3 you see sector 2, the red sector, sector 1, the red sector. After turn 3 again we conserve until turn 7, the beginning of a little bit after the beginning of sector 2, where we of course there push the red button and we leave the red button on until uh, turn 11 or even turn 12, where we go on yellow. And then again from the, you have to do this thing for 7 laps, but it works nicely. So yeah, that's how you implement 4-3 and 3-4 in this track. Now, next one is Brazil, where of course, if we're in the back or in the middle of the grid with not so good tire management, 4-5, one pit stop, medium hard. Now, another good strategy, but we need some tire management, or if we don't, if we can't go 5 laps with mediums, then probably boosting our tire management with Frost or Char or Pretzel or Movember or Downforce is needed in order to go 5 laps with mediums and charge our ERS, go second stint, 4 laps with mediums, push all the way. And then it's the 2 pit strategy, which is probably the fastest. But if we get stuck behind, if we don't get a good race start, it's going to be a little bit tricky, but it's still one of the 2 best options we have in Brazil. 3-3-3, all softs. In Brazil, I would choose a combo boost if we want to make the fastest lap. If we are at the top of the grid and we want to do the fastest lap, it's done with Merlion. So yeah, a combo boost is the best choice here, but my first choice would be speed boosts, and my second choice would be cornering boosts if we need race start boost with some other boosting. Then it's first choice race start with speed, street shark or firework. Second choice, it would be cornering. Now, for those of you who have drivers with very good tire management, probably this is the fastest strategy, but we need very high tire management, 4 soft, 5 mediums, and probably boost with tire management boosting and high tire management boosting. So this means either Frost with 10 in tire management, as you can see here, or Char again with 10 tire management. But if you don't have any of them, then okay, you can work with Movember, but you have to be a little bit more, you have to conserve more in order to do 4 laps with softs and 5 with mediums. But it's, believe me, it's a very fast strategy, and even without pushing, in this strategy we push a few times the whole race, but it's so fast because we use the fastest compounds. Okay, next one is Austin. Here it's 4-3 and 3-4, one pit stop strategy. Depending on our tire management, it could be medium medium. Of course, even if your tire management isn't so good, 4-3 medium medium is you can do it, because in the first stint we don't need to push a lot. We just uh, we just boost, recharge our battery, our power unit, and then push in the second stint. When we choose the opposite, 3-4, then if we don't have a good tire management, yep, it must be hard, so we can press the red button and boost a lot. Now, for those of you who are, I believe, 82, 85, 82 to 85 plus tire management, maybe in 80 tire management. Those of you who have 80 plus tire management, soft medium is the best and the fastest strategy you can implement, and yeah, it's the fastest one, and it's obvious because we are using the faster compounds. And of course, the opposite for our second driver. Before update 29, in Austin, we were using two pit stops, but this is not the case anymore, even after update 31, at least for now. If we have some other changes, and believe me, they are coming, maybe we can discuss it again. But at the moment, we stick to one pit stop strategy. Now, Bahrain, let's go and see. It's the definition of a combo track. You see a lot of straights and a lot of corners. Now, if you are at the back or in the middle of the grid, some friends of mine say that even if you are at the top of the grid, it's very fast and it works. And I believe them. Haven't tried it yet. I believe them. 4-4 medium medium. It's a fast strategy, but if you ask me, this is the way to go in Bahrain. 2-3-3 and 3-3-2 for your second driver. It's the fastest. Bahrain, it's a very fast track, so we need to get uh, the best out of our car, and we can only do this by using the softs. Mediums and one less pit stop is the solution, but at the moment I'm not convinced that it's better than this one, so my first choice would be two pit stops with softs. And as far as boosts, as I say, it's a combo track, so check your setup. If your cornering needs boosting, use cornering boost. If your speed needs boosting, boost your speed. If you are at the top of the grid, use a combo boost. This means Merlion or TuneIn, and because it's the best, you boost speed and cornering. And this track, like Austria and like other tracks, are very needy for both attributes. So combo boosts here are the best. Okay, so uh, yeah, that was the seventh track, and the final track is going to be Japan again, with high possibilities, high chances of rain, if I remember well. So be careful with that. Of course, we said for Bahrain 2 pit stops with softs and 4 with mediums, but all of this can be done only if the temperature is below 30 degrees. If it goes above 30 degrees, and as you can see here, there is a possibility to go above 30 degrees, then we might need to use mediums instead of softs. And yeah, I wouldn't go to using hards instead of mediums to do 4-4. If the temperature is above 30 degrees, forget the 4-4 strategy and stick to the 2 pit stop strategy with mediums for the stints with 3 laps and softs for the stint with 2 laps. So Suzuka, Mexico, Barcelona, Zandvoort, Sao Paulo, Austin, Sakir Desert, and again Suzuka. Our tracks for the weekend: Mexico, Barcelona, and Suzuka, the last Suzuka, with chances of rain. And be careful, as I said, in Bahrain, be careful, check the temperature before deciding which compounds you are going to use. So, it's going to be an exciting event. We have Stroll, we have Trailblazer, we have Rover, Boosted, and we have tracks that are, let's say, easy. Tracks that can help us do high scores. So it's going to be an interesting and a very competitive event. I hope you liked this guide, and I hope we're going to help you with this guide to get the best out of your setup and your car and your drivers. Don't forget to read the description of the video, because in the description you will find the link to join my Discord server, where we discuss everything. And of course, there is a link to a video showing you how you can support me as your favorite content creator. Thank you so much for watching. I wish everybody makes it with these strategies to the final, and from there to the best rewards and the best final positions. Thank you for watching. See you in my live streams. Bye everybody.